Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel.
So this bad boy. The new one now?
Yeah, this is new. Okay, here comes our light. Ready to launch. All right. Oh yeah, it's really searching for traction. Yeah, that wasn't particularly fun actually. Welcome back to the Tesla Plaid channel. We're driving the new Model X. It's barely got 40 miles on it. Taking it out to Showtime Dragstrip for the first time. Be interesting to see what this car can do. It's got a lot of differences compared to the Model S. Even though it's got the same power, it's obviously very different on weight. It's got the same 3 motors rated at 1020 horsepower, but whereas the Model S is 4,800 pounds, this one is 5,400 pounds, so about 600 pounds more, so it'll be considerably slower. That's the very reason why I haven't added a roll cage to the Model S. When you add several hundred pounds, you're going to slow the vehicle down, obviously. I tell you, there's sedan people and there's SUV people. I definitely fall into the sedan category, or coupe, or convertible for that matter. How come no one's done an electric convertible yet? That's one I'd get in line for. Some people like the higher up feeling of an SUV. I kind of prefer to be lower to the ground, so this is outside my comfort zone to be higher up like this and to be carrying all this extra weight. We got 6 seats in this configuration, which is now the only configuration for the Model X Plaid. They previously were accepting orders for 5 and 7 seats, but in the end, 6 seats or no Model X Plaid at all. You can get the non-Plaid version of this in 5, 6, or 7 seats if you just want a Model X long range. Considerably less power, of course. So the windshield in this Model X takes a little getting used to, since it just goes up and up and up. And the sun visor flips in from the side over here and attaches with magnet and then it flips out. But I really prefer the Model S design. I like being a little lower to the ground. It doesn't have that kind of slightly unstable feeling that you get when you're higher up. And since there was no option to get a round wheel with stalks for the controls, my wife has no interest whatsoever in driving this vehicle ever. It's not about the shape of the wheel, it's about not having turn signals and a shifter and headlights and wiper controls and all the things you'd expect to be here. Just about everybody I know that has a Plaid says that they still have to look down to find these controls, whereas once you're used to the stalks, you can just grab them, you know where they're at. They're always there when you need them. Now here, there's going to be a round wheel option, but that it's still going to have all the controls on the wheel, which kind of defeats the point. I don't care about the shape. Give me some controls over here. Showtime Dragstrip, March 2nd, 2022. And we've got the Model X out here for the first time. I have not seen one of these go down the strip. I'm aware I'm not the first person to own one of these or to take it to the drag strip, but I have not watched any of the videos yet. I wanted to come in fresh. So obviously it's going to be in the 6s. I'm hoping for something under 650.
Now sweep it up. So this bad boy. The new one now?
Yeah, this is new.
You're the other one?
No, it's in the shop. Getting its body shop. Getting some body work done. So this ought to be interesting. I haven't seen one of these things go down the track yet, but we're going to find out tonight.
Wow. It's pretty crazy, man. If you open that thing up and you're going down the track, you might take off.
Looks like it, huh?
Yeah.
Track's looking good tonight. The weather's really nice. It's low 70s right now. They're just putting the final prep on it. Coming up on another beautiful Florida sunset here in Clearwater. We're on the 8th mile tonight. We thought we'd start easy to begin with. Also because we found out that these tires are actually only rated for 149 miles an hour.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, we may or may not have a water box.
So this is not a Z-rated tire. So since it's not a Z-rated tire, it's only rated to 149 miles an hour, and I think we're going to hit that in a quarter mile. In any case, let's get comfortable with the car here tonight on the 8th mile. I'm thinking it's going to run at least a 650, maybe faster.
one they gave you for
A loaner?
a loaner? Yeah.
Well, sort of.
So yeah.
Thanks, Brony.
Yeah, no problem, Andrew. Hey, anybody get you?
All right. Something new here. I asked the track if I could go down solo on this first pass. I would recommend to anyone, anytime you're driving a car down the drag strip for the first time, you might seriously want to consider going solo. I'm going to go with just Plaid mode on this first pass. Then we'll try drag strip after that. Yeah, we're not going to try to stage up launch control. All right, here we go. Okay. Well, it really picks up after you get out there a little bit. But it was not all that quick off the line. And I tell you, out here it feels unstable as hell. Yeah, that wasn't particularly fun, actually. Boy, if people say the Plaid Model S doesn't feel like a race car, I can tell you this thing makes that feel like a Corvette by comparison. Let's see what it did.
675.
675.
Still being repaired?
Yeah, for the next 2.5 weeks. I tell you, this is a completely different animal. It does not feel stable out there at all.
Oh yeah, well you don't look as comfortable as you do in the Plaid.
No. I'll make a couple more passes. I might just take them all solo. I can't afford to wreck this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, on that first pass, we ran a 675 and 113.7. That 60-foot time of 174 is where you really feel the difference in the cars. I mean, we've run as low as, I want to say 145 in the Model S, a whole 0.3 of a second slower to 60 feet. And then at the 330, 4.57, which is more than a half a second slower. We've run countless 399s and 398s to the half track. We're going to try the next one in drag strip mode with launch control, see if that gives us a better pass. It's telling me 7 minutes remaining to warm up the battery for peak performance. And we'll let it have that whole 7 minutes so that our next pass is really the best that the car thinks that it can do. We'll let it warm up and we'll see what it does on its best run. All right, for this pass, the track is extending a professional courtesy. Baroni's letting me go down the middle. I really appreciate this.
No problem, brother.
This will be my first pass in the fast mode. That other one was in the almost fast, yeah. So let's see if we can get closer to a 650 on this.
Yeah, right on. Hey, piece of cake, brother.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get a 650 here. We are absolutely going to stage launch control. I'm going to stage the launch thing, so I won't be going on green. I got to wait till the car gets down.
Okay.
Thanks, Dusty.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Preparing for launch. It should be there, ready to launch. There we go. Oh, that's okay, I read. Oh, it's got a lot more power, but it's really surging. Unfortunately, I don't have a dash cam installed in this. And if you're wondering why I don't use the Tesla cam, it's because it has no sound. So that kind of sucks. So not sure if you can tell from this camera how much it's just kind of wiggling out there. I think what I'll do is I'll make one more pass here in peak performance and launch control, but I'll point this one GoPro that I've got straight down the track so that you can see what the car is doing on that track. Any better?
648, almost 150.
Oh, into the 640s already.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. I thought I'd be lucky to cut a 650. 164 60 foot.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'll try not to red light the next one, especially since there's no one next to me.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for it to get to where it said, okay, ready to go, and then I just close enough. All right, I'm gonna do one more.
All right.
.648 at 114.8 miles an hour. I wonder if this will hit 115 in this 8th mile. A 164 60 foot and a 434 to half track. Remember that reaction time has no bearing on all those numbers that I just gave you. Reaction time just determines when you left the line. We'll make another pass, and this next one we won't red light. And let's point this camera straight. All right, third pass, peak performance ready. We'll use launch control again. We'll go down that left lane. Well, we killed that 650 already.
Did you?
You see that pass?
To be honest with you, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
648. Yeah.
So, third pass down, so 640 we should go to.
I think it might get there.
And you did a 112 first pass?
Yeah, we did 114.8 on that last pass, so 115 would be satisfying.
115.
And under 640 if possible.
That's
I think
respectable.
I've got a little heat soak now going, so it might get there.
All right.
Traction was all right.
If not, just do your thing, Bubba. We got you covered.
I'm
here.
not going to do too many of these, though. This car just hunts out there. It is not stable. You'll see.
You got it.
Same thing again. Okay, here comes our light. Ready to launch. All right. Oh yeah, it's really searching for traction as well as for a line. I don't know, I can't say I'm comfortable out here. You know, in the last couple of years alone, just since I started racing Teslas, got well over 1,300 time slips. Very comfortable going down the track, 1/8 mile, 1/4 mile. All the different tracks I've been to, whether it's Showtime, Bradenton, Orlando, or Gainesville. But this is outside my comfort zone. This is not enjoyable. I'm going to take it out of drag strip mode. I think that's going to be my last pass tonight. We're at 88% battery charge after those 3 passes. We got here at 92%.
$644, 115.
I thought we'd hit 115. Oh, 115 on the button.
Yeah.
That's what I was just telling Baroni. I said, if I can just get to 115, I'll be satisfied.
What model is this?
It's called the X.
Yeah.
It's the same car as my Model S up to about the floorboard. And then up from the floorboard is different. But it's got the same 3 motors,
Yeah.
the exact same power, 1020 horsepower, 1050 torque, 600 pounds heavier.
Yeah, yeah.
So the
yeah.
other one's 4,800, this is 5,400. And pretty much the same layout. Obviously it's got 2 extra seats in the back. This is 6 seats instead of, you know, 4. You can consider it 5 and put
Yeah.
someone in the middle in the other one. But this thing is not stable out there. It just isn't.
Oh yeah, well it looks like it's tall, you know?
And it hunts for traction to begin with, and then it hunts for a line. You know how
Yeah.
like when you're on the freeway sometimes it kind of trams on a
Yeah,
line?
yeah.
It's doing that the whole way down the track. And it's just not fun.
Yeah, oh yeah.
These tires are, you know, just the lowest all-season radial. In fact, they're only rated for 140 something.
What are they, 20 inch?
20 inch.
Oh man.
Yeah. I tell you, it's not enjoyable. I've been down this track probably 1,000 times.
Yeah.
This is outside my comfort zone. I'm not having fun on these passes at all.
Yeah. That's what I don't.
Yeah. I'll see you in a bit, Tom.
All right.
All right, we were hoping to hit 115. We hit 115.00. I told Baroni I'd be satisfied with that. We ran a 644 with a 16060 foot and a 429 to half track. So a little more than 1/10 of a second off at the 60 foot compared to the Model S, and 3/10 of a second at half track. Because it passed like that with drag strip mode, peak performance ready, launch control fully staged, that would have been a 399 at half track and probably a 148 60 foot. So we're losing more than 1/10 at the 60 foot and more than 3/10 at half track. That was fun, but unless I can find a compelling reason, we'll watch some drag races here for a bit and decide if we want to make any other passes. Nothing left to prove on the 1/8 mile track. I look forward to taking it out to 1/4 mile, make a solo pass. It's just not worth it going down next to anyone, especially after what happened a couple weeks ago out here. This thing's so unstable that if someone were to get real close to me like that truck did, I'm not sure I'd be really comfortable trying to be a little bit evasive. It's just completely different animal. Center of gravity is so much higher, and the way it responds out there, and these tires, completely different animal. Once again, a lot of Mustangs out here. A lot of newer ones, a few older ones. Oh man, this Mustang's a thing of beauty. Look at all that gray chrome on there. Nicely restored. Antique plates. I like it. Might be hesitant to take it down the strip.
That's a beautiful car.
It sure is. All the chrome work on there. Mustangs apparently.
Yeah.
I know my Camaros. I don't know my Mustangs.
I'm a Ford guy. You know what? They're all nuts and bolts, so whatever it is.
Yeah. So what do you think it'll do? 8s maybe?
That? Oh, it'll be in the 7s.
You think?
Yeah.
You know what he's got?
Nope. You can kind of tell by the way it's set up.
Yeah. said I'd be happy if it just hit 115. Did you see what it trapped at? 115.00.
But are you happy,
I'm fine.
Andrew?
I'm not keeping it.
So
That's fine.
You're not done though, right?
I think I might be. Mustang just wrecked.
Hey, jump on.
Considering getting it on video, but did not. He did the exact same thing the truck did. He got out of it, he got in it again, he got out of it, he got in it again. All over the track. See where the Foxbody hit the wall. It got a lot worse than my Plaid did last week. That sucks. You can see the rubber hit the wall as well. Yeah, that sucks. Well, that's going to do it for us on this Model X Plaid at Showtime tonight. Hopefully we get a smoother ride out of one of the quarter-mile tracks, either Bradenton or Orlando. It just wasn't worth the risk tagging the wall like that Fox. As you can see, even driving here across this bridge from St. Petersburg into Tampa, just the way this car handles, I mean, it's bouncing all over the place with these little bumps in the road. This is not a vehicle that wants to be going down the drag strip or wants to be going 120, 140 miles an hour or so. I'm even second guessing whether to take it out to the quarter-mile tracks. Yeah, I'm curious to see what it'll do, but maybe these are just not the tires and wheels to do it with. Of course, we have the 20-inchers on this, since those make sense for every other reason, including longer range, better traction, less flat tires, less expensive. But maybe for high-speed stability, the 22s might be a better choice, even if they're not the typical tire wheel choice that a drag racer would go with. Now, I haven't driven the 22s to compare. They might be just as dicey. As I've said before on the channel, drag racers always want to go with the smallest diameter wheel that they can get away with and hook up for traction. That's why you see so many of these Chargers and Challengers where they swap out the rear brakes for a smaller set so they can put a 15-inch diameter wheel back there with a bigger sidewall tire, a drag radial or a slick that'll actually wrinkle on launch. Low profile tires are not designed for drag racing. We'll see you next time right here on the Tesla Plaid channel. We sold the Model X today. The check already cleared, so it's actually really sold this time, not just some buyer who says he's going to buy it. So good to have that over and done with. It's been over a month since we brought the Model X out here to Showtime. A lot of people have been asking where the video was. I was holding it until after the vehicle was sold. I know a lot of people watch the channel, and last thing I wanted was for people to see the video and see that I wasn't crazy about the Model X and have it take away from the vehicle's luster. It's an SUV with 6 seats and over 1,000 horsepower, so that's what it is. But what it isn't is a race car that a drag racer like myself is comfortable taking down the drag strip repeatedly. So when I said the Model X Plaid terrorized the drag strip, starting with me,